Hello class. Now for the week 6 we are going to start with the second topic, that is the transmission electron microscopy technique, and the technique is depending upon the electron diffraction. So first of all, let us understand that what are the informations that we can get from the transmission electron microscopy technique, or what information we can get from electron microscopy. So electron microscope are the instrument that are used to get the information in terms of topography, morphology, composition and the crystallographic information with the use of highly energetic electron beams that examine the object on a very fine scale. So in this we use the electron gun that gives the electron beam of highly energetic content, and that scans up the objects either through transmission mode or through the scanning mode, and then we get the information such as topography, that features of the object, that how it looks like, how it hardness or reflectivity is there. The morphology tells us the shape and size of the particle, that is ductility, strength, reactivity is obtained. The compositional value tells us about the elements and the compounds that the object is composed and relative amounts to them. And the crystallographic information is that how the atoms in the crystals are arranged. So these are the informations that we get from the electron microscopy, or the technique that we are going to study in this week. The next slide shows the informations that we get from the transmission electron microscopy technique. This information is received when the electron microscope technique gives the electrons of highly energetic beam and they strikes with the sample. So there are three kinds of reaction product, that is the beam interaction and utilization we are having over here. So in this, the beam interaction with the specimen gives you unscattered electrons, elastically scattered electrons and the inelastically scattered electrons. So this unscattered electrons, its source is that when the incident beam is transmitted through the specimen without any interaction with them, so that it goes unscattered like that, and it gives us the information about the thickness and the thinness. If the thickness is there, it appears to be dark, and if the thinness is there, it appears to be lighter. Next is the elastically scattered electrons, how they are formed. When the incident electron beams are scattered by the atoms in the specimen in elastic fashion, means there is no loss of energy or no gain of energy. So from this we get the information such as the orientation, atomic arrangement and phase present among the atoms of the crystal, and this depends upon the Bragg's law. The third type of interaction is the inelastic scattered electrons. In this, the electrons interact with the specimen and there is either gain or loss of the energy during the interaction. And this has got the information related to the Kikuchi bands, that is telling you about the atomic spacing, and the electron energy loss spectroscopy, that tells you about the bonding state of each element, and you can say the compositional value also. Now here comes the slide which shows the diagrammatic representation of the transmission electron microscopy technique. See, this is the apparatus that is showing you the transmission electron microscopy technique, and if we increase this slide, you can easily see that this is the diagrammatic representation of the transmission electron microscopy technique. This is the electron source that is giving you the electrons, and it is managed up by the lenses, a set of two lenses, that is condenser lens 1, which regulates the spot size, and second lens will regulate the intensity of the beam. Then it is controlled by the aperture that gives the sharpness of the beam which is going to the specimen. From the specimen, the transmitted beams are given to the objective lens, and then they are projected on the phosphorus screen. So likewise we get the informations from the transmission electron microscopy technique. This is the process that I have dealt in this. What is there? We are having the conventional transmission electron microscopy technique, A thin specimen is irradiated with electron beam, and the irradiated beam illuminate the specimen to 2-3 stages condenser lens. The objective lens gives the formation of either image or diffraction pattern of the specimen, and then the electron intensity distribution behind the specimen is magnified with 3 or 4 stages lens system, and then you can easily get the image recorded by direct exposure to the photographic emulsion or an image plate digitally by CCD camera. So this is there, or you can go through this slide that I have given you in a small explanation. Kindly go through the notes also that are related to the transmission electron microscopy technique which have been communicated to you. Thank you.